That is still a fantastic intro, regardless of what era you're from. Anyway, hello ladies and gentlemen. I know this is halfway through the video, but I didn't want to talk over that really awesome intro for this game in particular. This is the Gamecube port of one of the finest RPGs Sega has ever done. And it is, of course, there are plenty of various, but this one is not only a game that stands the test of time, but it is still a very playable and likable game, whether it be in public beta or in basically in service. Anyway, the new characters that are introduced in this game, there are about, in the original Fantasy Star line, there were 9 characters. In this one, there are about 12, which means there are brand new characters. One of them, I can't remember which ones in particular, but we are going to go with the human male hunter. The reason is because I like this character. It's because I prefer a grizzled veteran, grizzled fuck who just looks scarred and badass. I mean, this is a good game. In the original Dreamcast version, there was 7 hairdos available, but now we have about, say, 10. Which is interesting because you can color choose your own. This was a first, by the way. This was the very first time create a character for an online experience actually existed. Yes, there were online fees, but the game had variety in that one. So, for the basically for the enhanced version of this one, you get 2 different versions of the same costume. Some of the blue, some of the yellow. There is some pretty good shading going on here. And these options, about 18 different options, apply to each of the characters. So I'm just going to take a look at your options here, because these are really good outfits. They are fantastic. This is the one game, in my opinion, that stood the test of time, because it's still playable in some measure of form. So we're just taking a look at this one, but I reckon I am going to like this outfit, because it's actually kind of good. I'm going to keep the skin color, but in proportion, I'm going to be a very tall, lean, lanky fucker. Not with fat hips, by the way. I'm not proposing to Tumblrites. Anyway, the character I've chosen is going to be called. I'm not going to call him Tarrison. I'm gonna call him by my by my Warcraft name, Lutolen. That's Lutolen. And I'm basically a grizzled veteran with a scar across my face. I look so badass. I got a white emblem. It just looks really amazing. Anyway, as you may have saw there from the intro, as it were, you're a part of a colony ship that goes onto another planet called Regal 2 from a planet that was about to construct. Regal 1's already made its approach, but before Regal 2 made the approach, a huge flash of light appeared and basically everything disappeared. It just looks so dynamic with that cutscene from here. This was one of the reasons why the Gamecube version is actually superior to the Dreamcast version. Yeah, the Dreamcast has got the better title screen, some of the best music, but the combination of episodes 1 and 2 together really stands out, especially since the third one was made, and Square and Sega stupidly put Final Episode 4 online. And by the way, I still hate Sega for what they've done, which means we could never play the second Phantasy Star Online here in the western part. Made it Japanese make it Asian exclusive, the cunts. Just want to point this out. This is still a good game. Anyway. You follow the screen, you basically, you go down to the planet yourself from the city it's all, but that's your various means. We're also going to be doing something else as well. We're also going to try and fulfill the request of the, we're going to try to find the guy's daughter, known as Red Ring Rico. It's been around, she's just been alongside with the thousands upon thousands of callers from Pioneer 1. Pioneer 2 is what we're on, so that's really about it. It just gives you a little bit of the lore. Before we go down to the planet itself, just going to give you a little bit of warning. I'm going to do this instructions, so we're going to do some of the, we're going to do one set of missions first before we actually go down onto the planet itself, so that's really not much you can do, really. Anyway, this is the main hub of Pioneer 2. Essentially, there's a lot of walking NPCs around that just do this a lot. That place there is for storage. This is your menu system, which is really interesting, and it is kind of cool. I mean, you're playing this on a GameCube controller. I mean, if you played this on the Dreamcast originally, this would have had a really good Dreamcast controller. Is so unique, but unfortunately, it's really hard to play around with it. So that's really bad. This is the hospital, which you could go to heal yourself from other things. We're just wandering around, of course, because we're going to do a lot of things. Mostly due to the fact this is not going to be much of a long video. Just going to basically show you the look around, because we're going to be starting off right here every time we load a mission from now on, which is a good view of the planet down there. So yeah, stay tuned for the first proper episode. Bye for now.